So I say, if you get just a little bit of a spark in this gathering, I'm so excited for you because it'll encourage you to keep going, you know. What is that? Did you ever see that movie Dumb and Dumber? I think it was Jim Carrey who said to the girl, she's a beautiful girl and he's kind of nerdy, you know. He goes up to her and says, will you go on a date with me? And she looks at us and says, not this 1 in a million chance that I would go on a date with you. And he says, so there's a chance. Right? Like,
it's a good attitude.
Isn't that beautiful? Like, that's actually poignant. That's actually poignant. And then there's the story of like the three spiritual seekers are in the forest and they're all trying to do meditation. And the one guy has been like, he's like a priest and he's really like, oh yeah, I'm a good meditator. And the second guy also is a really good meditator. But the third guy, you know, he's kind of like a little bit kind of new at the whole meditation thing. So he doesn't really know anything. And then there's a great sage that comes and meets the three of them. And the first one comes to the first stage, and the first spiritual seeker, and this priest, you know, who's like very much like, oh yeah, I'm good, I'm a real meditator. And the priest says, well, how long do I have before I gain liberation, moksha? They call that in Sanskrit, moksha. Before I'm freeing myself and from this life of suffering. And the sage says to him, oh, well, you've got 5 lifetimes to go. And the sage says, what? 5 lifetimes? No. And he gets really angry at the sage. And that can't be. I'm a serious spiritual seeker. I've been working for years on this. You're saying I have 5 more lifetimes? And then he goes to the next, the sage goes to the next spiritual seeker, and this guy also is quite experienced. And then this experienced meditator is a yogi. Says, well, how many lifetimes do I have before I free myself of this cycle of life and birth and death and all that? He says, oh, well, you've got 20 lifetimes to go. And he's just crying and saying, oh gosh, I'm so sad. Like, I just thought I had gone so much farther than that. I've been working so hard, and you know, I'm really gloomy. He went into despondency, right? And he's depressed. And then the third guy, who's, you know, kind of new at this, he's only maybe done meditation for a couple of years as opposed to decades like these previous ones. And he says, well, my Lord, I would like to know too, how long do I have before I will reach God? Will you tell me? And he says, yes, of course. You know, you have 10,000 lifetimes to go, and then you will reach your supreme goal, and you will be back with your beloved. And this man, who had only been meditating for a couple of years, touched his heart and said, thank you so much. I'm so honored that my beloved would take me back. I feel so moved, and I'm humbled that I can return back. Thank you for this wonderful news. And in that moment, he was freed. So